What's up guys, Andrew here from Dropshipping Kings. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to learn how to make money online. So this video is about eBay dropshipping and essentially my plan. I've got a new plan which I'm starting up, and it kind of goes back to a few months ago when I was living in the dropship house in Nicaragua and chatting with some people, other dropshippers, and during that time, so that we'll call it, we'll say like around March, April, May of 2019, accounts were getting throttled a few months before. That's when that started, as in when you attach software to eBay accounts, essentially software that monitored and updated stock, monitored and updated the price, and also automatically uploaded tracking information onto the eBay account. When eBay detected that there were software like that using API to make updates attached to your eBay account, then essentially eBay would flag or throttle your account, meaning that your account would get about 70% less traffic to your listings. So much less, a far fewer amount of buyers would see your listings and therefore be able to buy your stuff. So everyone saw a huge reduction in sales. So it was a bit after that time. It seemed that there were a lot more MC01s coming out around April, but April, May, but that might not actually be true. It seemed like it. That's when manual dropshipping started getting a lot more popular as well. People were using software a lot less. Essentially it was a time when eBay was just kind of cracking down hard. But apparently eBay does that a few times every year. I've been doing it for, I guess 2 years now, and that's happened a few times. Mark, who's been doing it for 8 years, says that happens a couple times a year, and everyone freaks out every time. But so leads me to what I was saying. Chatting with the people in the dropship house, we kind of worked out that it's a nice idea having an eBay account that's consistently making like $4,000 or £4,000 a month. Really nice idea. Me personally, I got to £2,000 profit a month after my first 3 months. But that's when, shortly after that, I attached fucking API software and then saw a big reduction in my sales. And that's when I started doing all stealth accounts and all that and being crazy. And long story short. So we basically came to the conclusion that if you have one account that's making, we'll say £4,000 a month, not only is eBay more likely to trigger something in eBay, eBay's more likely to catch on. It's going to set off some eBay warning flags because they can essentially sense dropshippers using their software. It's not only going to set off, it's going to set off eBay flags, and eBay's much more likely to shut you down essentially. If you've got more sales coming in, obviously it depends if you've got really good customer service, really good metrics. You're not setting off any negative flags in that sense, then you're far more likely to be fine. But essentially the higher sales, the more scared eBay get. Not only that, if you've just got one account, then that account goes down, then what? Your source of income is gone. So we were talking about what we could do is, rather than having one account making $4,000 a month, have 4 accounts, each making $1,000 a month. And of course that's far more fiddly, and you kind of got to figure out the system. Multiple PayPal accounts perhaps, but not necessarily. On the other hand, if you've got one PayPal account with 4 eBay accounts attached to that, one goes down, the other ones go down, potentially. That's not always the case, but it can be the case. I don't want to go too deep into that in this video, but essentially, I thought I'd talk to you about that, kind of share that idea with you. I'm working on something now, actually, is in the last week. Right now it is the end of January 2020 already, Jesus. And I haven't really been dropshipping properly since July, which is when I got my last MC011. So yeah, July, and at that point I kind of wanted to not be dropshipping, because I was in Nicaragua at the time, and there was a place I wanted to kind of stay at and work at in Costa Rica, and didn't really want to be dropshipping doing that. So I was trying to figure out how to balance it, work at this place and dropship, kind of with reduced internet, that kind of thing. And so I got MC011, and I essentially took that as a, you know how they say, a door closes, a window opens. Took it as a blessing in disguise, although it wasn't really in disguise. It was kind of what I wanted. I was glad to get that MC011. So it's been like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, like 2 weeks, just kind of tidying up the account, doing the last of the customer service till it all ran out, and then went off to Costa Rica, and essentially starting dropshipping now again in January. And I've had a lot of time to think about my plans, because back then, that MC01 I just talked about, it wasn't the first one. I'd got maybe like 4 actually in the space from March to July. I got like 4 MC01s, lots of different eBay accounts, a couple of PayPal accounts. So I've kind of just really like noticing different patterns, trying different things, noticing lots of patterns, talking to different people. So what I'm starting to do now is, as of January, my plan is to basically have 4 accounts and make 1,000 or make 1,000 a month. 1,000. Well, I'm gonna aim for £1,200 a month, which is average of £40 a day, which is easy really. It's easy providing I just put the work in. Or I'm gonna like do one account myself, or maybe the first 2, at least the first one. Just kind of retest my strategy, just make sure that I know it works, and you know, I've got more evidence that it works. Still works to this day. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, and it seems good so far. I've been listing and getting sales the last few days, and then I'm gonna essentially repeat that on more accounts. This time with VAs doing it, just gonna make like a whole series for them, and just getting them doing it and running the whole thing, and then essentially get another VA, which of those VAs proves to be the best, get them to essentially manage the other ones and create not necessarily passive income, because I'm gonna of course have to be very attentive to it, but try and make it as passive as I can, or automated, and have it run by other people, which I think will be a cool project for me to do. And then, oh, who's that guy in the mirror? And then essentially teach it to you guys. So yeah, that's my little project, which I'm going to be working on as of now for the next, I guess, 3 months. I think I could, or like 3 months from now, I could quite easily be making 6K a month with 4 accounts, making 1,500 each of them run by VA. I think that would be that's pretty simple. I just got to get it done and like figure out the system. Then there's of course accounts getting closed. I feel confident that they won't, but at the same time, we'll see. It really also largely, as I said, depends on my customer service, especially with new accounts. New accounts are at most risk of being shut down. And also with multiple accounts, such as 4 accounts, it's far more complicated to run them and do all the customer service. It's far more complicated. So that's going to be a challenge. I'm going to have to like take my organizational skills to the next level. So yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you join my Facebook group so we can chat there, like kind of share ideas, ask each other questions, share tips, that kind of thing. It's a great little community we're building there. If you don't know how to make sales consistently, also check the first few videos of my channel, and then that will help you a lot, as it has with many people. So subscribe, please like the video, leave a comment, and catch you later.